All right, good afternoon, everyone. I am making progress here, and as you can see, I've got the back side of the lift fabbed up. I still have a little bit more welding to do to finish it out. And I'm going to be putting a platform here that's going to be hinged and fold up to clear up the floor space. What I've got here is I had to do some rewiring. The hoist from the store only came with a 6 or 7 foot pigtail to the pendant, but I added an additional length, and I plan to put this on a retractable cord reel up in the attic there. But what I've got here is I've got it fabbed up. I've got it installed, and I'm just going to show you the motion of the electric lift here before I go on to finishing the fabrication later today, and then painting it, and then setting it up for its final location. And you can see, or maybe you can't see, hold on, let me back up here. See if I can adjust the distance here. There we go. As you can see, as I'm approaching the floor height, I did some measuring, and I got it so that I can go all the way up. So it just clears the bottom of the floor where the platform's going to stand, and I hit a limit right there. So I can't go any higher. So basically that's it. I'll lower it back down so you can see. Couple of quick comments here. I've got this gusset here which I've fastened into. When I had originally constructed it, I just had these horizontal members here, but realized that connecting just onto this 1/8 inch wall tubing, I intend this platform to carry up to about 600 to 700 pounds, let's say. So when doing that, I thought that I needed some additional rigidity. So I went ahead and I put some additional pieces in for reinforcement. And like I said, I have to do some finish welding and some grinding, but this will prevent weight on this from flexing this beam. So I plan to put some expanded metal over this surface and then over the horizontal decking surface. But essentially, we're ready to go on to the next step. I'm at the limit again. So I just clear the bottom of the decking there, the joists, before I make it the limit. I will come back down. And that's it. So I'll be back in a bit with an update when I'm ready to go on to the next step, and come back and show everyone my progress.
All right,
thanks for watching.
Coming back, everyone. I've made a lot of progress, and you can see how far I've come. And I've had it. I've had the trolley completely framed without the expanded metal. And I ran it up and down several times, no binding. I did have a small issue with the safety on the hoist. or I should say the upper limit on the hoist. I'm going to have to modify that to work with this lift. But you can see what I've done here. I had to patch a couple pieces and I didn't have quite enough material, but it's okay. And I left this triangular spot open because this is where it hooks to the cable, and I wanted to make sure that I had unobstructed access to that. Putting the wheels on through the holes will be a little bit of a challenge, but there is plenty of room around the back side of the rails there. I just wanted to come back and snap a short video. You can see I've got quite a mess here. I was plasma cutting the pieces, and I was able to use one full piece on the bottom, and then I had to patch this corner on and this corner on, and then all of this down is one solid piece. So you can kind of see where I was tacking right through here. Anyway, I'm getting ready to, I have to make a couple of small welds right here, and I plan to attach an eyelet somewhere out on here on the edge with a cable or a chain going to the top. I'm going to do that while it's on the carriage, and just make sure it's working the way I want it to, and then I don't have any binding from the chain. My intent is that when I fold it up like this, you can see right now it's not laying flat, and that's because these studs, these bolts are a little bit long here. You can see right here. So I'm going to trim these flush. That'll allow this to lay nearly flat. And then what I wanted to do was, I've got right here, I had to put a couple of little pads on here because it was overextending the hinges. So the pads bind here. I'm going to put a little cap here on the end to stiffen this up a little bit so it doesn't collapse. I don't think it may not be necessary to do that, but I'm certainly going to try it. I thought it might help to just stiffen those the bottoms of the tubulars up a little bit. But I'll come back again when I'm standing on it, and I'm going up and down. Like I said, I've got to do a little bit more. I've got to re-weld a limit switch onto the hoist, and I'll do that while I'm on the lift. So anyway, continue watching. I'll come back with another video with me. I'm on to the next step, which will probably be having it all painted up and chains installed or cables or whatever I decide to use, and then be ready to make the final installation. Thanks for watching.